Alrighty, guys. So what I'm going to show you here is just an update to the close all feature for the CA Breakout software. So it's always had the close all feature, so you could set an hour and minute that all the trades on that particular chart would get closed. I personally haven't been using that feature a lot, but I've changed it now so that you can not only set the time that it's going to close the trades, but you can set a day as well. So previously, if you set it to close at 1000 hours, they would close those trades at 1000 hours every day. Now you can set it to close at 1000 hours on Mondays or Wednesdays or both days. And just what I've been showing on the chart here now, we can see that the software's opened up a trade, and that trade's just a little bit of drawdown, so that all normal. That's how it's working now. I'm just going to the sort of the main idea I have behind this update to this setting is that you really don't want to have any trades open when a red folder news event occurs, especially some of the very volatile ones, because it incurs huge risk from slippage and all of that. So now, let's say for an example, if we have a look here, that's 400 hours, 400, and it's all based off market watch time too. So let's say there was a red folder news event. I mean, there's lots of ways you could use this setting, but this is what I've designed it for, is that let's say there was a red folder news event at 400 hours, so 4 hours after market open. And I wanted to make sure any trades on this pair were closed prior to that event. Now, normally, if there's a red folder event looming, I will monitor any trades I have open and close them out at the most opportune time. But I'm using this feature myself all the time now as a backup to me manually closing any of those trades, because sometimes life gets in the way. You just forget there's a red folder event coming, and if you're not monitoring and ready to close those trades, then you can incur a much bigger loss than you would like. So I'm still going to manually monitor any trades I have open when there's a red folder looming and close them at what I consider the most opportune time. But in case I don't do that for whatever reason, this is my backup, so that just prior to those red folder events, those trades will get closed, and I'll take whatever loss or profit that may happen to be at the time. But the idea is to, close the trade so that I'm not risking a much larger loss. All right, so I'm going to show you the settings now and how to set it up so that it will close before that 400-hour red folder event that's occurring. So in the settings now, your version, when you get it, I just left this here to show you. The close all feature as it is now for you guys is close all hour and close all minutes. So if I wanted to close those trades in that previous example, just before the 0400 news event, I would put in 3 hours and let's say 40 minutes. So that would mean that it would close 20 minutes before that red folder news event. Okay, the only issue there is that every day of the week, it's going to close trades at that time unless you remove it. So what we're doing now, hang on, I need to see what day of the week this is. It's a Monday. Okay, so back to the settings. So that's when we want it to close. We come down here Sunday to Monday, and we're going to put it in here, but we're not having an hour setting and a minute setting. We're just having a minute setting. So we need to have 3 times 60 plus 40. So 3 times 60 would be 180 plus 40 would be 220. So we need to put in 220 there. Okay, so that's how it works. It's a little calculation for you there, but the idea would be that at the start of the week, when you're setting up, you know, which days of the week to exclude from trading, you can also set up when you want any trades that may happen to be opened, when you want them to close just prior to a red folder news event. So in this example, there's a red folder news event at 4 hours after market open, which would be 2 hours, or would be 240 minutes. So we're setting it to close at 2:20, so 20 minutes before the red folder news event. So we'll click OK. And so we'll just back test on the same time. And so it should still open up a trade here. But then down here at about here, it should close that trade where it didn't before. So we have that trade. I'll just slow it down. And if we look down the bottom, that's 3:30. So in 10 minutes, this trade should close. You can see the trade still open. I believe it should be the next candle that it should close. Must be the next one. Yeah, so the next candle that should close that trade. And that trade closed. So we've taken a small loss, but closed that trade just before that red folder news event would have occurred. So that's how it works, guys. Let me know what you think. And currently I just have it on my developer version, but it's very quick to change over to your version. So let me know if that sounds like a good little improvement, and let me know if you want it.